All right, so this video is for everybody out there who does not know what to do next. For all the people who are trying to figure out, what should I do? What's my next step? Should I give up? Should I stop? Is this even worth pursuing at this moment? Like, what I'm working on and what I'm working towards, is it actually worth pursuing? The reason why I want to bring this up is because I believe a lot of people, and maybe most people, have gotten to a point in their lives where they start questioning everything that they've done. They start questioning all the work that they've put in, all the effort that they've put in, the countless hours, countless outreaches, the countless ask for help to actually accomplish something. We get to a point where we start wondering, like, man, is this really worth it? Like, will I actually ever make it? Is this even actually possible? I'm here to remind you that whatever you're working towards, whatever you're working on, it's not supposed to be easy. But what I can tell you is that if you continuously keep working on your craft, you continuously keep going towards that goal, whatever that may be, you'll eventually figure it out. We always do. I've never met a person who has worked relentlessly towards something and has not figured it out, right? If we go back and look at our lives, even when we were kids, like, we've always had small goals, big goals, medium-sized goals. Like, we've always had some type of goal. When we really just tried enough and long enough, we eventually figured it out. The thing is, though, that when we're growing up, most of these things we perceived as not big, as doable, as achievable. And it really came down to the fact that when we were younger, most of us tend to believe that everything is possible. But we eventually get to a point where we grow up where we start thinking that everything is hard, right? Because life does, and all these different things have happened, and we start creating these circumstances, these stories that, you know what, maybe I can't actually do this. But the truth of the matter is that when you try hard enough, you eventually get lucky. When you try hard enough and you try enough times, you eventually figure out what you've been trying to figure out your entire life. Although you might feel lost, feeling lost is okay. Feeling lost is part of the progress. We all feel lost at some point or another. And the fact that you're even aware of what is happening, the fact that you're even aware of, like, where you're at, is actually a very, very good sign, because that tells you that whatever you're doing is not quite yet working, right? That tells you that if you continuously keep going towards that path, you can still try something different. You're aware enough that you're not where you want to be, and that you might have to change some things to actually get there. Most successful people out there, and by success, I mean people who've really gone out of their way to become really, really good at something, have all gone through the same exact thing, right? Some people way longer than others. Some people found it at a very early age. They found success at a very early age. But that does not mean that they didn't try hard or long as much as we did, right? There's people out there that when they were 5 years old, they were working relentlessly towards that goal. And by the time they were 15, 20, they were there, right? Because they already had 5, 10, 15 years of experience of really going after something. Every successful person out there eventually figures it out. Every successful person out there has gone through these hurdles, has gone through these phases where they feel lost. And the only way that they truly fixed it, the only way they truly accomplished this, was by taking massive action nonstop. I want to remind you guys not to give up. As long as you continue taking action every single day, every single week, every single month, and you're willing to go through the dirt, you're willing to go through the mud and suffer a little bit or struggle a little bit, you'll eventually figure it out. And here's the even crazier one. I'll throw another one at you guys that might make it even easier. Is that, what if it doesn't have to be hard? What if it doesn't have to be a struggle? What if it's just part of the process? That this is the path you get to go on before you actually see the gold at the end of the rainbow.